Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to another episode here on the MRC SMP. And in the last episode, we built this extravagant item sorter system, which I have worked on off camera, and I've actually got it working pretty well. So we have our stone here, and I did go ahead and AFK at the iron farm so I could replenish sort of the iron supply that we had diminished last time. So that's all filled up here. And I've even started working on a little bit of a deep slate section in this one as well. Now, I did sort of in between episodes go ahead and do a little bit of mining on stream, and if you guys haven't seen that, I'll go ahead and show you now. Sorry, wrong chest. But yeah, we got quite a bit of resources. As you can see, we got quite a bit of lapis, a lot of redstone, which we're definitely going to need today, and then we got 30 diamonds, which should be enough for a full set of diamond armor and gear. Now, I would go ahead and use this right now, but I do want to save it because I really want to make sure that I have just enough to be able to have a large supply. So for at least this episode, I'm going to be keeping this iron armor, but hopefully next time I will be able to have a specific amount to where I can properly upgrade all of my tools and all of my armor effectively. Now, one thing that we also did in the last episode was we also dug this basement out, which turned out pretty well. It gave us this room here to put the storage section, but we haven't really done anything much with this section of the basement, and I'm going to give a little bit of a spoiler. I don't even think this is all the room that I'm going to be needing. I think I'm going to actually need a little bit more, but this is at least a start for us to sort of get the farms that we want to be built sort of started out. And that's actually what we're going to be working on today, because I have a couple farms in mind that I want to go ahead and build, and they're not really that extravagant or expensive. They're kind of just normal basic farms, but farms that are very, very useful, and farms that are definitely within the starting range. So I want to go ahead and see if I can get these farms sort of put up. Okay, so the two farms that I'm working on right now are a sugarcane farm and a bamboo farm. Now, I don't think that many people are unfamiliar with these two farms. They're very simple modules. They have pretty simple setups, and they're kind of a normal starter farm. So I think everyone's pretty much aware of the way that it works. But yeah, that's what I'm working on at the current moment in time. Unfortunately, these stairs are giving me a lot of trouble by not moving in the correct ordination that I need them to. But what I'm just trying to work on right now is getting the sort of style of this hallway in place, which shouldn't be too difficult, but I just need a little bit more wood and resources to be able to help make this place look a little presentable. But I will need to get some more resources for this build, and one specific one that we need is sand, because I need to make glass panes for right here, so that way whenever the farm is running we can just kind of see it happening, so that way we can sort of see it in real time, and I think it'll be pretty nice looking. So let me go see if I can find some sand right now. Okay, well, unfortunately I didn't find a beach, but I did find the shoreline right here, which hopefully should be able to provide us enough sand to be able to make a sustainable window for this farm. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I have enough to do this, but I have to be very careful with it, because if I place one the wrong way, well, I don't have mending, or not mending, silk touch on any of my pickaxes, so hopefully I can place these appropriately. And okay, one window down. Hopefully this one goes just as well. I am literally shaking. I don't know why. See, this is what I'm talking about. And now it's gone forever. I do like to conserve on resources. I'm a very frugal person, if you didn't know that. I mean, there's a reason that despite the fact that I have 30 diamonds, enough for a full suit of diamond armor and tools, I'm not using them yet. And that's because I want that to be one of the only suits that I'll ever need. So I want to make sure that I have enough before I start making diamond armor. And now that I think about it, this is probably the reason that I stay poor forever in Minecraft worlds. Now, in case you don't know how these farms are going to work, allow me to enlighten you. But first, I'm going to need the redstone mechanics for this, which require quite a few pistons and observers, but thankfully we have a lot of quartz from when we went to the nether in the last episode. But the way that this works is that the crops that grow here, whether that's the sugarcane or bamboo that we're going to plant here, will eventually grow up to where it is detected by these observers. And when these observers see, oh hey, that sugarcane or that bamboo, it's grown and I can see that, well then it detects it and it sends a redstone signal back here to the redstone. And then because this block is being ignited by the redstone, it also sends a redstone signal to these pistons, which then activate them to help push the whatever it is, whether that be the bamboo or the sugarcane, over here into this water trail, which will then flow down, get collected in this hopper, and then finally find its place in this chest. And I think it's a pretty simple idea. And it's been used for many, many years. I've used it for many years. Other people have used it for many years. And it's a very simple design. Unfortunately, I haven't built it with the capabilities to be able to do it individually. And instead it just does it in unison. I believe there's a way to correctly build it to where it could be just tiled and focused individual then instead of in a section. But unfortunately, I don't have that design right now. So this is going to have to do for the time being. But now we come to the problem of trying to figure out where the sugarcane and where the bamboo is at. Now the sugarcane is pretty easy because it's just right here, and I can go ahead and collect it all, and then I can just plant it in here, and the farm's done, and we're fine and dandy. But the problem is the bamboo. Because if you look around, it doesn't exactly appear that we have much of a jungle bamboo biome nearby. But according to my research, there should be a village off somewhere in this direction. So let's go on an adventure. Oh, this is going to take a while. And I'm already taking damage. And now I have finally found it. Let's go ahead and get some of this taken care of. And I'm going to gather a little bit more, just to be on the safe side. I mean, you can never have enough bamboo, am I right? With the amounts that I'm getting here, I'm actually debating whether I even need a farm or not. But now it's time for us to go ahead and travel back home. And now I can go ahead and plant these in the farm, which you can see that this one's already growing apparently. And now I can go ahead and try and enclose these farms. And now I believe that I can officially say that these farms are done. And there we go. Now these farms are completed and they seem to be doing pretty well. I've also heard this one go off a couple times. So yeah, I mean, we've already got these. Ignore these down here. These were some of the ones that I got from the jungle, and I had to pick these up while I was building it. So, I mean, we've got 12 just for the few seconds that I've been standing here trying to finish up these farms. Sugarcane hasn't done anything yet, but yeah, I say that these farms are working pretty well thus far, and I think that these are done, and we can move on to the next ones. And I think that this next farm has kind of made itself pretty apparent with the amount of glass and other resources that I've had to cook recently. Now, thankfully, I don't believe that this super smelter design should be too difficult. In fact, I think it's pretty simplistic. Now, for this farm, I will surprisingly need 17 chests, and I don't even have enough to make 16. I only have enough to make 15. I'll need to do some more wood cutting. And there we go. Perfect. 17 chests. Now, 13 of these I will actually need to turn into hoppers, which I don't think should be too difficult. And then I just need to turn 2 of these into minecarts. I did not do that right. There we go. I've got it done right. I've forgotten about that crafting recipe. Just ignore that. Actually, now I've remembered I need 5 more chests for 5 more hoppers. I've forgotten how expensive that this is. Okay, there we go. That should be the final amount. Unless I'm forgetting something, which hopefully I'm not. Now, thankfully, this design should be pretty simple, and I will leave a link to all of the farm tutorials that I can find down in the description. But basically, all I need to do is I just need to take 2 of these chests. I need to have them connect. Keep having that problem. And then I need to take 5 of these hoppers and just have them going into this chest, like so. Then I just need to take 5 of these furnaces, going on top of these chests with 2 of these spruce planks placed correctly, right there. And now I can go ahead and place these 5 hoppers right here, and another 5 on top of the furnaces, like this. Now, I do need to dig into the money pit for some gold because I need to craft some minecart tracks. Hopefully this is enough. I've forgotten the powered rail recipe. Okay, I've just looked it up and thankfully, yes, it is enough. There we go. We got the rails that we need. I think this is enough. This is just one rail crafting recipe. So hopefully this is enough. Okay, so now what I need to do is I need to take these rails and I need to place them accordingly in the correct patterns. So what I need to do is I need to place one here as well as one here. I messed that up. Give me a sec. So now what I gotta do is I gotta place these lines right here. And I've got to do the same here so that way they don't interact with each other. Alright, and now I fixed it. And I can place these two redstone torches like so, which hopefully should provide charge to these. I don't know why it didn't. Oh, I think I need to put a block here. Is that what I need to do? Yes, okay, that's what I need to do, because it needs to power that block. Now I need to get a lever for this block right here. Let me work on that now. There we go, now I have that, so we can power these whenever we need to. Yeah, there we go, they're powered on. Okay, so now what I need to do is I need to place this chest right here. There we go, perfect. Then I just need to connect this hopper here. And what this is here for is the fuel. So the fuel will go down into that minecart. It'll try and fuel these furnaces. And then this one here will be the one with items. So I need to get that prepared very quickly. So let me just take these minecarts. I will put one down there and the other down here. And now I should just be able to close this off with a ceiling. Okay, and now that I think I can just go ahead and close this up, and I can say that this super smelter should be done. I'm pretty sure that this is all we're going to need to do. Alright, so now that I think that it's done, I'm going to go ahead and test this. So I've got 5 sand blocks and 5 pieces of coal, so I'm going to put this where the sand should go in, and then this is where the fuel is going to go in, and of course it's going to filter down the minecart, and I think that all should be set up. So hopefully this works. Why are you not moving is the question. Okay, yeah, I know why now. Because I put it there instead of up there where it's supposed to be. Now they're in synchronization, and now it's working. Okay, this is why we do trial runs. Test things to make sure that they're working correctly, and this appears to be doing so. But yeah, we got 5 pieces of glass in a very short period of time. So yeah, this I think is going to be very, very successful. I like this. But you may be wondering, maybe asking, how in the world am I going to fund this? Because obviously I'm running low on coal. Now, I do have a bit of a plan for this, you see. Because right over here, I'm actually going to see if I can do some kind of a lava farm. Now, originally, I was planning on building a kelp farm. And kelp is a very good resource, but the problem is that it takes forever for it to farm, especially if it's in such a small section like this one is. And I think in the future, I'm probably going to want to build a more efficient, bigger kelp farm than one that could fit right here. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to build a lava farm right here. Now, years ago, lava farms were not possible. But thankfully, with some of the more recent updates, like the Caves and Cliffs update that came out a few years ago, we can do this now. The only problem is that I need stalactites, and I think I can go ahead and find some down the cave, because I think I know where I can get some. Okay, so I'm looking for the stalactites, and I find diamonds. I don't know how this works, and it's a good vein too. Okay, please tell me there's more. Okay, it does not appear that there's such, but I still got 3. And I can't even find the stalactites. I need to find the dripstone. And we finally found some, ironically, directly underneath my base. Okay, so now let me see if I can get this set up. I've run out of smooth stone, so I'm just going to use regular stone here because it's in the back, and the back doesn't really care. And then I'm going to try and put these here. And I am going to go ahead and make a little bit of a sneaky entrance, just temporarily. Get this all set up. And now all I need is 7 cauldrons. And now I can place these down accordingly. And now I need to create a few more buckets to be able to get lava from the nether. Okay, so I know that I said I was going to go to the nether to find the lava for this. but it looks like I'm gonna instead have to come over here and see if I can get the lava that I need from it. And thankfully I have, but it has really depleted this amount. And the only reason I didn't in the nether was because the nether is a little too dangerous. Alright, now let's see, I'm gonna go ahead and put these in. And now I think I should be able to cover this up. There we go, perfect. And now I can close this up, and hopefully, as you can see, over time, it should just slowly start to pour in here until eventually I'll be able to get fuel. Okay, so honestly I forgot what I was doing in that last clip. Because I got a little distracted by something that apparently I was unaware of. And instead of describing it, I'm just gonna show you guys it. So yeah, I was not aware that lava can spread even when it's all the way encased in stone to the wood. Now thankfully, not all of the missing wood blocks here are because of fire damage. I was able to somewhat suppress the fire before it did spread out of control, but it did get quite a few different materials. I have tried to mine out as much as I possibly can to prevent it from spreading further. I do not know how this is working or even why it's happened, because it doesn't logistically make sense because it's all encased in stone. So why it's spreading from the stone to the wood is beyond me, but I have to figure out a more sound design for it. Okay, so what I'm going to try and do is see if I can build up these fire defenses a little bit more appropriately. I think this should be fine. I need to get in here though to repair this roof. Okay, so I'm going to place these here. Hopefully the fire doesn't spread. If it does, well, that's going to be an unfortunate factor. Okay, so I think that this should be fixed now. I don't hear anything happening. I don't see anything happening. I now remember what I went to go do, and that was to get this chest to put buckets into, so that way I could always have a bucket on hand. And obviously, as we see, lava is finally starting to fill up these cauldrons. So thankfully, it is working, it is being functional, and other than the fact that it has a chance of burning my entire base down, I think this is pretty successful. But yes, I think that this hallway of farms, Hall of Farms, I think it has turned out pretty well. We have our sugarcane farm, we have our bamboo farm, which actually is very effective. You see it just happening there. We have our super smelter, which nothing has really been done with this yet. And we have our fuel source for the super smelter, which is the lava farm. And yeah, I think that these all have turned out pretty well. I have plans for the rest of this. I will definitely have to start digging out that direction a little bit more, but that is for another day. So this, I think, is where I'm going to have to call it. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I know I did. And I will see you guys in the next one. Have a good day.